All right, welcome back. We still haven't got Mr. Bent to come in with his camera and his microphone. While we're waiting for that, Mr. Stam, I'm going to advise you of your rights as a tenant in a landlord-tenant proceeding. As a defendant in a landlord-tenant proceeding, this is actually two separate cases. 242038, which is a property on 421 14th Street, and 242038 LT, which is a property at 17536 South River Road. Your landlord, Mr. Bent, wants you to move, so he's filed what's called a termination of tenancy, asking you to vacate those premises. You have the right to obtain counsel for representation in this matter. If you cannot afford an attorney, a legal aid attorney may be available to help you. Oh, geez. Mr. Bent, you need to do better than just show up in the background. You need to turn on your camera and your microphone.
I keep dropping.
Yes, well, you're back. All
Yep.
right, let me go on. You do have the right to retain an attorney or try to get one from legal aid or other source. You have a right to a jury trial. If you do, you must demand it at this hearing and be prepared to pay the $50 jury demand fee, or file the written demand within 5 days and pay the $50 fee unless the court grants you a waiver. You have a right to have the matter heard here in St. Joseph County where the property is located.
There we go.
All right, Mr. Bent was in the,
No volume, huh?
all right. You may be able to reach an agreement with the landlord outside of court by going through mediation. If both parties are willing to do that, the court can help set it up. If both parties are able to reach an agreement, there could be a possible conditional order of dismissal. Mr. Bent, can you hear me? Mr. Bent, can you hear me? Mr. Bent, can you hear me? Elaine, could you help him? He's stuck in the water.
Turn the volume up.
Can you hear us now?
Yes, I can hear you. Mr. Bent, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, yeah.
All right, very good. All right, this is two pieces of property as indicated. 421 14th Street and 17534 South River Road. It's the same corner. Are these two adjoining pieces of property, Mr. Bent?
No.
What?
No,
All right,
no.
what are they?
One's the house on the river, the 17536, and the other is my shop property.
So he's renting custom car specialties, the whole thing?
No, he was running his a tree business that he was starting.
Well, there's a bunch of junk on that corner there on 14th Street. Abandoned trailers, a boat. I'm surprised the city hasn't made you.
Those two trailers belong to the guy that runs the audio place uptown, and he pays storage on them every month.
Well, he is a hoarder, but again, I'm surprised the city hasn't made you do something about that. But let's talk about this. Mr. Stam, one of these is which one is the house, the River Road?
Yes.
And you reside in that house, Mr. Stam?
No, I do not.
All right.
Not in the house itself. I live in a camper down by the river. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Again,
Okay, I was just making
I'm
sure.
not sure the city would let you do that. There's
We're
no
outside of city
lease.
limits here.
Mr. Bent wants you to move. What's your position?
I was gonna try to meet an agreement of some sort through mediation. If he's willing to do that.
But both parties have to be willing. Now, the law requires that I continue this matter at least 7 days, which would take us to next Friday, uh, December 20th. What's the other property? The shop property.
That's, my business that I'm still running. I'll let him try to get his business started by using it for his tree business, and he's just loaded it up with a bunch of shrubs and, you know, just kind of trashed the place back here.
Yeah, it looks bad. Mr. Stam, you don't have a lease on either piece of property, and he wants
No, I
you
do
to
not.
move. What's your position? You want mediation for what? To try to be able to
See if we,
stay?
yeah. See if we come sort of some sort of agreement.
Well, he apparently doesn't
What's
want you to
both sides
stay.
here?
Are there, no, Mr. Vant, you should know
Yeah.
better than this. You don't have a lease on either one of these places. This is all done on a handshake or something written on the back of a napkin. Um, is there rent for these properties?
The place on the river, he was supposed to pay the electric bill, and he hasn't in like, oh, at least 5 months. You know, so that he could, you know, it was just a way, he couldn't live any cheaper than that.
All right, and so you're paying the electric bill?
Yeah, I have been, and yes.
Now that one is a 5-digit number. Is that outside the city limits?
Yes. Yes, it
Um,
is.
if it was in the city limits, you can't live in a trailer or a van down by the river. But this is in Lockport Township. And,
Yes.
all right, then is there rent on the shop property?
No, no, I just let him use that, you know, just trying to help him get his business started, and he just took advantage, you know, and just kind of trashed the place back here.
Is it inside the, no, I lost
I'm
him
not gonna.
again.
It's inside
Is
the
it?
fence.
Oh,
I'm here.
all right.
I'm not the only one that has added the stuff back there, though. Just in my
All right,
defense,
well, Mr. Bent, do you
I'm
have
not
any
gonna tip
interest
or tat it.
in mediation, or you just want him to move?
I just want him to move.
Is my wife included in this?
No, she
Uh,
says, once you're gone, then she's gonna get herself a job so she can start paying the electric bill. She said the trailer there is hers.
So the eviction's for me and not my wife.
Right. That's why her name was not on the eviction.
Okay. Okay.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this matter. Legal Aid hasn't joined us this morning. They may be in some other circumstance, but you're on thin ice, Mr. Stam. You don't have a lease. You're living in a trailer, which the city wouldn't let you do, but it's in the township. Um, you're not paying the electric bill. And in the other property, you have no lease, you're not paying anything, and you just got a bunch of stuff there, and he wants you to go. So I'm gonna continue this.
How do I seek legal help at this point?
I sent that
Through
to
legal
you
aid?
in the packet with you. It has legal aid's number on it. But,
Okay.
but I don't know what your defense is. Um, you don't have a lease, you're not paying the electric bill, you don't have any lease, and your stuff is all junked up inside his fence, and he wants you to go. You can certainly talk to legal aid, but their number is in the stuff that I sent you. Normally she would
Okay.
be here and I could put you in a breakout room. Let's check what time we got for next Friday, the 20th. Now, he would get 10 more days after next Friday, which would take you to December 30th. So essentially, you would have until the first day of next year, January 2nd, if Mr. Bent
All
gets what he's asking for. So let's look at V20. It's going to be busy. It's already full. 8:45 on December 20th. Now, let me repeat, there's two separate properties. There's no lease. He wants you to vacate both of them. One is a little odd that he's vacating only you, but not your wife. It's a trailer that he couldn't rent if it was in the city. And once the township gets wind of it, they may end up telling him he can't do it in the township either. And the other is some sort of commercial business, and it's not easy to move that. You probably got trucks and equipment and saws, but he wants all your junk out of there. So the law
Okay.
requires me to adjourn this at least 7 days, which takes us to next Friday. And then if he gets what he asked for, you would get 10 more days from then, which would be December 30th. Of course, then we have New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, Saturday, Sunday. And so the effective
Christmas.
date would be January 2nd. So we'll reconvene next Friday at 8:45 a.m. Anybody have any questions?
No. The reason why his wife isn't because she's been trying to divorce him and he has refused.
How can I refute? That's personally, it's none of your business. But how can I
Well,
refuse
all
a
right,
divorce
I'll leave it at
when
that.
she
I don't
files
know
the
what the
paperwork?
status is, but if I were
Yeah.
you, Mr. Bent, I'd get everybody out of there. You're gonna get in trouble by renting a trailer.
They're the only ones that are there.
You're gonna get in trouble by renting a trailer that's connected to a house with septic, no other hookups. The township, when they get wind of this, is gonna tell you you can't do it. So, but at this rate, we'll address this matter further next Friday at 8:45. You're both free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.